that point, you've lost. You've lost the game.
Yeah, well, thankfully I'm not a huge fan of the fucking flying monkeys or any of them. They're too atheism is a religion to me. So
Yeah, they just replaced religion with a religion of lack of religion, which just really hurts my brain to try and understand.
that's my issue with atheism. But we're live, guys. Really appreciate all of you guys taking the time to come talk some shit on Anita with us. Um,
Always fun.
Always fun indeed. So let's get started with maybe some introductions. I don't know who knows who or whatnot, so let's.
I recognize the hand.
Yeah, that was the one giving you the reach around last night, wasn't it?
Oh, that okay. You know what? That's where I know it.
All right, so we'll start right to left. I'm Eric Nobody. I'm just some fucking shithead cunt that talks shit on the internet, and Bering seems to find funny. So, to my left is Wrath of Controversy. You want to let us know who you are and what the fuck you do?
Okay, I'm Wrath of Controversy. I basically, same kind of thing. I talk shit about things I find stupid, and I poke fun at other shitlords when they say stupid things.
Seems legit. Seems legit. And then next up would be Misa.
I'm just the token black female you guys need to validate your opinions.
Oh, nice. Good, but we have our token.
Sock puppets everywhere.
All right. And JT, who the fuck are you and why are you here?
I'm JT Viper. I make videos on a whole whack of stuff, and recently upping my Twitter shitlord game. So that's always fun.
Nice. That sounds like a fucking blast.
Last minute addition to the team. I'm the sub in.
Hey, we're glad to have you here, even if you have to go back to school and fuck with people. It's got to do what we got to do. All right, so today, guys, we are having. Yeah, you got to make them well, you got to pay the shekels to make the shekels to pay the shekels back to make the shekels. So, all right, we're talking today. Well, we're gonna go through the Sinister Seductress Tropes versus Women in Video Gaming video recently put up by our favorite minge, Anita Sarkeesian.
Is that the word? Is that fair?
Oh, I don't care if it's fair or not. I'm a fucking asshole. So, you know, I'm gonna get called a misogynist or whatever, or regardless of what the fuck I say. I could say she's the nicest individual in the world, and I would still remain a fucking shitlord cunt. So no, she's just a dumb twat. So I'm gonna go ahead.
I got the misogyny sticker for yesterday's video, man. It was great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my honey badger response.
Oh, nice.
Insta massaging the second you do anything with the badgers.
All right, so do you guys all see my screen?
Yeah.
Yep.
I do now.
Okay.
Oh God.
I know, isn't that frightening?
Oh. Mass Effect.
No, well, it's Doom that we're going
Well, no,
into, but that is, yeah,
was
Mass Effect.
Yeah, that's
Mass
Mass
Effect.
Yep. I'm actually not as much of a gamer as everybody would imagine I am. I'm just some fucking shit cuck that does nothing but play spin tires. So.
I actually have the PlayStation 3 like box set for Mass Effect.
Nice. I do own Mass Effect. I've just never fucking played it. I have 1, 2, and 3, and I've never played a minute of any of them.
You're an Xbox person, then I would assume.
I'm not an Xbox person. I just happen to be the shitty fuck who bought an Xbox.
There it is. Well,
Yeah.
I meant, yeah, because you couldn't get Mass Effect 1 separately except for getting it through Xbox back in the day. For PS3, you had to go with the triple set.
Nice.
Yep.
But I mean, hey, if you can buy everything at once, it usually saves you a couple of bucks, right?
With DLC.
Yeah. See, I'm that fucking idiot who went and bought Borderlands 2 pre-order, right?
Oh, you poor
No, check it out, right? I played it for 35 minutes and it sat there since I bought it.
But what? Wait, that game is awesome.
It is. It's an awesome game, but I fucking hate it.
All the guns, man. All the
Claptrap
guns.
though, like
Oh,
it
dude,
was like
Claptrap.
nonstop for like the first hour of the game,
Mm-hmm.
and I really, really kind of envy deaf people for that first hour of the game.
And see, that's why I didn't make it past 30 fucking minutes. So, yeah, let's get into this video. I'm gonna just do a little bit of a chunk, kind of, when she stops rambling for a fucking second, and then we will take turns talking shit. So,
Sounds like a plan.
let the shitlordery begin.
Let the shitlordery commence.
Is the audio coming through for you guys too?
Not for me.
No, not for me.
It's not.
Okay, well, it's got subs, so.
It's got subs. Thank God for subs. God, this is gonna be painful. I can feel it already.
Oh, I know it hurts.
We can't hear her. Is this just intro?
This is just intro music, yeah.
Okay.
Little chip tunes to get you going.
Oh yeah.
I was drunk watching this last night, so.
The basic concept of their earlier Doom titles. A space marine single-handedly
Space
fighting
Marine
his way through
single-handedly
hordes of
fighting his
demonic
way through hordes of
abominations.
demonic
But it used the
abominations.
vastly improved computer graphics of its time to create a moodier, scarier tone.
moodier,
Along with the
scarier tone.
reimagined environments, sharper textures, and more atmospheric lighting effects.
Wasn't hard to get. Wasn't hard to get better than the original. Let's be fair.
I might argue that point.
One of those new monsters
Well, I meant
was
like
the Vagary,
graphics-wise,
a
like you know.
I still might argue that point.
naked woman in the lower half of a giant spider, who also happens to be pregnant with a demon
Who
fetus
also
in her
happens to be
abdomen.
pregnant with a demon fetus in her abdomen.
So yes, this is the basis of the video. Is she is upset that the only female character in Doom happens to be a half spider, half woman freakazoid with a demon roasting in her anus. Thoughts?
Okay, so how far off? Let's just say how far off is the percentage? So let's say 100% of all the female characters are evil.
Right.
Fair.
Fair.
But what's the percentage of male characters that are evil?
Well, that's irrelevant because men are irrelevant. Remember, we don't
course,
fucking
if-
matter. So
If she wants to play the percentage representation game, like 99.9% of all characters are evil and male.
She's
Right.
only 1/4 of the boss fights within the game.
right,
If you count the Barons as 2.
which I generally do because it is two kind of waves, I guess. So
Yeah, which means that 1/4. So therefore, this is actually a misandrist game if we're gonna split hairs here, because you have 3 evil demon males and 1 evil demon female, and the spawn is, I don't know, gray gender. They don't specify.
right. Well,
You
but
say it again, I will slap you.
yeah, I kind of have to argue with that. I mean, let's be honest. There are two genders, and they are demons, and demons are people too, right? So they have to be either male or female. So of
And
course,
She also argue that because there's only one female character, but there's not enough female villains or whatever.
Good. We need to kill
She-
more
she
women.
would be happy.
That's the solution.
No,
Oh, yeah,
the
that's-
demonizing women with this is it's like we're demonizing womanhood. I was kind of like, okay, manhood got the hell demonized out of it in this game. I don't know what you're talking about.
well, because remember, male are inherently evil, and women are inherently good, right?
I mean, this is also the brilliant mind who brought us everything is sexist, so I'm just making everything sexist, Anita.
I love that song. Everything sexist.
I have not heard that, but man, it's been going through my head on its own without hearing it. So,
Oh, there's a song.
It's Chris Ray Gunn did it. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
surprisingly enough, I'm not actually a fan of Chris Ray Gunn. I don't dislike him. He's just not interesting enough to me,
JT Viper has left the call.
Bam.
Gone.
Fucking mic dropped.
Protected 5, 4.
No, man, I'm just weird. Like, I have nothing against him. Like, just like I have nothing against, Devin or TJ or any of them. They're just not what I like to watch,
Careful what you say about Devin.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Never know.
I've got 2 videos talking shit. I've got a video of him and fucking TJ dancing in fucking lederhosen, for fuck's sake. Like,
It was great. I loved
the,
it.
I, You know, like I've said multiple times, I don't give a fuck about the whole doxing thing. I just don't necessarily find them amusing. You know, it's nothing against them. They seem to be all right people. I see why people appreciate them. Just not my bag.
It's not your cup of tea. Doesn't pepper your corn.
It does not pepper my corn. It certainly does not. It does not put the craft in my dinner. Okay.
Yeah, I love how Anita's face right now is like, will you guys let me talk?
No, Anita.
The
No.
real human beings are speaking. Wait till the end.
And actually, the funny thing is in this video, she doesn't even get to talk because you guys don't have to hear the shit that comes out of that cunt's mouth. You just get to read it. So you guys are way better off than I am here.
I can feel the condescension from the words though.
Oh, it just fucking oozes out of that bitch's pores, man.
By the way, can you throw the link to it in the link to the stream in the Hangout chat?
You can. Oh, the link to the stream, yes. If
Link to the stream so I can tweet it out.
Yeah, give me 1 second here. Where is the link? Everybody's gonna see it anyway. There it is. Yeah, give me 1 second here.
Just like stop screen sharing for 2 seconds. You gotta fucking broadcast the link. Broadcast the link.
I just sent it to you over Twitter.
Dope.
Did you just say dope?
I did because I am
Is this-
stuck in the past.
Dude,
Okay, is this 98? Is this 98 right now?
dude, I was 14 in 98, man. I was 15 in 98. Fuck. That is dope. That's fucking fresh. That's fucking
That was-
wicked, man.
That was the last time I was sober.
You fucking old cunts.
I think I would.
Fuck all of you.
I don't think I was born. No, I wasn't born then.
I'm not the youngest. Awesome shit.
Nope, 2 geezers and 2 young fucks. That's just kind of how it works. All right,
It's
so
like I'm middle aged. If you're gonna be geezers, I'm middle aged, and she's like just coming out of elementary school.
well, then welcome to the real world. All right, so let's see what this bitch has to say next.
It's no mistake that the vagary blends female sexuality and fertility with elements designed to be unsettling or horrifying. The book The Making of Doom 3 reveals
Banana
that the
that
game's
for a
creative
second.
team summed up the driving concept
The
for
whole
the vagary
pregnancy
with the
thing meant to be
equation,
horrifying.
sexy
I'm
plus
sorry. Childbirth is not exactly
A pretty thing.
it's not a stage show, alright? It's not Broadway quality with lights. And
Well, maybe if you're Andrew Marlowe, it might be, but
Oh.
Oh no.
it took a second, didn't it?
No.
I'm sorry, but that guy will always be my forever go-to. I just, oh man,
A lol cow.
dude, the amount of snapping my spine does, like,
Cringe.
oh.
Feel it roll up the spine.
Oh, dude, it's worse than that. Like, you just feel yeah, it's just clink, 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 like 90 degrees until my head's up my ass, like hiding from that guy. But yeah, no, it's we're turning this ugly thing of pregnancy, which, let's be honest, like, the act is ugly, the generation and creation of life is beautiful, great, like,
That's a great part.
yeah, like.
9 months later, you have a problem.
You know, but let's go ahead and just ignore the fact that these fucking little children, you know, shit their fucking pants and piss all over and can't fucking talk or speak, and that's just fucking beautiful too. But, you know.
I always love the, I want to feel loved. I want to have a baby. Your baby has no idea how to love until it's like, I don't know, 6, 7. It's like, oh, I love you. And it's like, oh, that's adorable.
Yep, and then 6 years later, it fucking hates you. So.
You get 6 years of appreciation and a whole lifetime of bullshit.
Yeah, and lots of money down the fucking drain.
Lots of money.
Lots.
All
Hey.
the money.
But yeah, no, I will kind of backpedal on this image here a little bit and see if I can pull up that wonderful. Oh yeah, see, there's demon ass right there, demon ass womb, because we all know that women bear children out their ass or abdomens because they have, you know, third section abdomens like those.
You've never heard the old joke of how long does it take a black woman to take a shit?
Nope.
9 months.
Oh.
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 Triggered, I'm leaving the stream. You guys are all racist. I'm leaving the stream.
We covered everything is sexist. We had to be racist.
It is racist. I opened that door. I got that one.
Well, see,
Kick that door open, dude. The hinges.
and this is why I have you guys in chat, because you make me seem nice.
There's no other way for me to open that door.
No, it's got to be fucking kicked down. But yeah, no. So she's bitching about how this demon is carrying a baby in its abdomen, and that's somehow sexist. So maybe if it was a male and it was carrying, oh wait, because I think.
Men can have babies nowadays.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't.
So wait, I think I just had a fucking epiphany. She is gender stereotyping this creature because it appears outwardly to be female, simply because it has breasts. We do not know the orientation or gender of that spider demon. So it would be unfair for us to label it as a woman.
So what you're saying is that could be a spider demon trans male.
Or trans female, or whatever. You never know which it came from or to. You know, how do you know that it didn't have a penis and it's just not tucking it, you know?
Isn't it supposed to be modeled after a Black Widow?
And what is a Black Widow again? Isn't that a name for a woman who kills her prey?
It's a woman who kills her husbands off.
Yeah.
Usually for like
Well, husband, prey, same thing.
Head from Mars goes full MGTOW.
Hey, look.
Oh,
I would have a right, okay? I have a girlfriend of 3.5 years who is full-blown SJW.
wait.
How do you what?
Yeah.
You have a girlfriend or you had?
Have.
Yeah, it took me a while to comprehend as well.
Okay.
High pain tolerance, man. High pain
I'm
tolerance.
just gonna smother you with this. Just let it happen.
I
If
would've-
it's okay. Just
Oh, go to the light. Go to the light, Eric. Go to the light.
just accept it.
No, in a nutshell, look, I have not always been on the same team that I am now. I used to, and you know, you got to remember, I grew up in liberal shitholes of Seattle, Washington, and Portland, Oregon. Okay, I
Look
was
down
in.
below the flag behind my avatar. You want to know a liberal shithole?
Look, honestly, man, there's not much of a difference between BC and Seattle or Portland. It's almost the same fucking thing. The only difference is that you Canucks just have a little bit more fucking politeness. That's it. That's it. That's the only. And Tim Hortons and craft dinner. Okay, like, but no. So I've been with this girl for like fucking. It's almost 4 years now, and I started to realize the bullshit that was espoused from, well, you know, all of the entire social justice warrior scene, while she continued to regress further down that shit rabbit hole. Now, me personally, like, I like the fact that she doesn't agree with the things that I fucking say. I can appreciate that. I like the dichotomy of our relationship, because I am a much more logical person and she is a much more emotional person. We both play on each other's strengths and fucking weaknesses. In fairness.
You're on the sides of the arguments that you are, considering you're the logical and she's the emotional one. I'm just saying.
It
Right?
is funny as well that, like, you know, I'm just presuming this is one giant hate fuck relationship at this point.
At this point,
I
yes.
couldn't do it.
Yes, at this point, yes. It is. Actually, it's more of the I'm still here because I spent my last $4,000 moving us to Oregon from Colorado to take a job that I got fired for. No, that I got fired for because of some Black Lives Matter cunt coming in.
I have a picture for this. I actually have a picture for this.
Oh, I'd like to see this.
This should sum up my entire let's see here, my entire opinion of your current situation, my friend.
Let's see this.
Give me 2 moments to get the independent screen up here. Is this it? I believe this is it. He'll be familiar with this one. Everyone will be. Where the fuck is the screen share button?
It's up in the triple dot pull down.
Oh shit, they have changed some stuff. Yeah, Billy, I hear you.
Yep. Mine's going nuts too. He doesn't like it when I talk shit about his mom.
Oh yes, yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
This is all me right now with this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I moved a couple of states over. You know, I spent the last $4,000, and my girlfriend's a raging SJW. This.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the whole problem with it is that I literally used all my money to get us the fuck out of Colorado because she was miserable in a conservative hellhole. And let's be honest, Colorado is a conservative hellhole. Okay.
I live in Utah, buddy. Tell me about it.
I lived in Salt Lake City for 2.5 years, man. Oh, I know. And I actually.
Small town Utah, not Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City is as liberal as Utah gets.
Oh, it's true. It's true. But
Give you context.
no, I believe me. I understand that. I did a lot of work outside of the valley, though. You know, I've worked construction for a long fucking time, and most of our
construction workers are probably the most conservative people in the state, besides farmers.
yeah. So it's although I did live in Salt Lake City, and you know I lived down in the Avs, so it wasn't much for me to go down to the Johnnies on Third and get fucking hammered.
Oh, love Johnny's.
Do you?
I might go there after this, dude. I might go up.
Oh, you son of a bitch! I fucking hate you. I'm still a fucking member at the private club, if it's still a private club. So.
You special people.
Fucking Utah. Man, we've digressed here. We've digressed from asexual pregnant demon spiders to Utah. I mean, I guess it's not too far of a transgression, is it?
Not too far off.
All right, let's take this to the next step here. Where are we going?
Is in her abdomen. It's no
Straight
mistake that
to
the vagary blends female sexuality and fertility with elements designed to be unsettling or horrifying. The book The Making of Doom 3 reveals that the game's creative team summed up the driving concept for the vagary with the equation sexy plus gross equals
Sexy
creepy.
plus gross equals creepy.
Well, it does.
Oh.
She's
beautiful.
embodying that in that screenshot right here. That like sexy plus gross equals creepy because she probably could be sexy if she didn't talk, but she was just talking, and the face just creepy.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that is the look of intelligence right there. That is the mark of a smart woman.
That's full derp. That is like 110% derp face.
Indeed. In fact, I'm gonna screen cap that shit because that's fucking great.
I do feel like if you took this and took unattractive plus poor, you'd get creepy for men, right? But if you just change one thing and you go unattractive plus rich, you get super interesting.
You know, that's actually a really valid point.
That is a
Right?
valid point.
Because
Plus gross. It is creepy. It's like I don't want to shtook this, but I sort of do, so I'm weirded out. It gets the creep factor going. You know?
Well, it's further proof that a lot of women have the escort-like mentality.
Oh.
I don't care how you look. I care how your bank account.
Excuse me.
He
We-
said a lot, not all.
Hashtag not all.
No wall, as it were. Not all
No, but
women
we have to be honest about that. That is the way that society is nowadays. Men, it's not important how you look. Your importance is based on your wealth, your assets, and your ability to produce money and create a stable home environment for your spouse. That has been
That's evolution.
yeah. Well, that's
That is evolution. I'm fine with that.
yeah. Me too. I'm also okay with
When I get home.
yeah. Right. Right.
I'm not asking a lot. I'm paying for the shit you're using to make dinner. I just want to eat when I get home.
Right.
If I'm bringing home the bacon, you have to cook it. I'll bring it home, but you cook it.
I think that's totally fair.
I look, I agree with it the same way. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's a relationship in which you are making trade-offs and sacrifices for each other. She, in that situation, is trading off her ability to be a part of the workforce as we would consider a normal part of the workforce.
You misogynist prick.
I know, I'm just such a fucking asshole. You know, but she's what.
Your misogyny is going so hard.
Oh man, it's just I can't help it. I just get this fucking boner every time I think about fucking misogyny, and I just can't stop. And pretty soon you've got this. Oh fuck, excuse me guys, I'm gonna go fap for a second. Okay, way better.
It is the
Who needs
cheapest.
Viagra when you have misogyny?
Right? Nothing gets me hard like putting a woman in her place.
Agreed.
But yeah, no, I mean this is an absolute fucking hypocrisy. It's like sexy plus gross equals creepy, yet sexy plus rich equals dead sexy, right? Like,
It's unsexy plus rich, yeah, equals still sexy.
well, actually, I think that the money is the sexy.
Oh yeah, there's gotta be. Have you guys ever seen the equation of like time plus money, and then money being the root of all evil, or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. It makes a little more sense than the time cube, but it's still a little out there.
It was. And there was another one like was standing for women.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like women are time and money, right? And women are time and money. Time
Money
is
equals
money, right? So women are money squared.
Mm-hmm. And the
Therefore,
square
money
root is
is
all
all
evil.
evil.
Yep.
And yeah, money is the root of all evil.
Well, but I mean, let's be honest about it, right? When we're in a relationship with a person, regardless of our fiduciary roles or our in-home roles, we are investing in that person. Whether it's monetary or emotionally or intellectually, we're investing our time, we're investing our efforts, and we're investing ourselves into it. It's not degrading to a woman, in my humble misogynistic shitlord opinion,
Just waiting for that.
to allow them to stay at home and fucking do the household things if that's what they want to fucking do, because you're both equally investing. But you can't fucking sit there and be like, oh, I want this fucking man to pay for me and I don't want to fucking do any of the fucking work at home. You know,
Of course you can. Haven't you listened to feminism recently?
it's hard to hear over the retching.
I'm trying to hear, but the pain from my spine just cracking to dust from the cringe is just overwhelming.
Exactly. It's fucking atrocious. But all right, where are we at with this video here?
The makers of Doom 3 may not have realized
Not
is that
nearly
this
deep
equation
enough.
was completely new, original, or innovative.
You can't go deep enough in that jar of mayonnaise.
Singling out the beggar, the only female enemy in the game,
The
for her
only
gender
female enemy in
and
the
using
game
this to
for
make her
gender.
uniquely repulsive, the designers
She's the
were
only female of the
participating in
game.
a very long tradition
Okay,
of
can I
creating
point
female
out
creatures
that
who function
it's
to
not
humanize femaleness
necessarily
itself.
the whole pregnancy thing being gross. Another amazing spot.
I know.
That's got "in this corner" written all over it.
Look, this is one of those ones that I would love to just take into, After Effects and just animate a cum shot all over. Which I may end up doing after the stream, so.
Spider-Man. So, but no, it's not necessarily the woman giving birth that's disgusting. Have you ever seen a spider's egg sac open
Burst?
and just
Flood.
like spiders everywhere?
Yes.
I have,
That's
it's not
gross.
pretty.
No, it's fucking
not-
disgusting.
Yeah, that's where you kill. That's literally kill it with fire.
Yeah. Well, look, honestly,
Lighter fluid.
Level, you're just like, nope.
but let's
Have you seen
also be
have you
honest
seen
on the other
fly
side, man.
spiders?
If you were, let's say we weren't fucking human, right? We were some other fucking species, and we looked at humans going through the birth process.
Ejecting.
Yeah, just spewing blood and shit everywhere and piss and popping out this screaming little faggot. You know, like, no, it's not fucking pretty either. Like,
You gotta cut the cord or it's gonna strangle itself.
yeah, you
I don't
know.
want to get in that bloody mess. No.
Oh, and just think.
You're up. Like, you was medical school, right? Guys, like, yeah, okay, all you, buddy.
Have you guys
can
ever,
cue
like-
me this.
Have you guys ever seen like a cesarean? As
Yes.
Well, and how messed up that is.
Oh yeah. I was leaving that one out.
Okay, oh my God.
Look, I was leaving that one out. We were talking about natural birth.
Cringe competitions.
Well, isn't that all that social justice is who can cringe the hardest?
No,
No,
who can
it's
make
who
everyone else
can-
cringe the hardest?
It's
Fair
to make
enough.
Everyone else cringe while virtue signal. That's how social justice works.
Oh, I forgot the virtue signal.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the important part.
Because if you're not triggering for a reason, then obviously. Well, that was interesting. I now feel like I've been molested by a Canadian, but
Little lens maintenance.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, was that virtual rape? Did you just assault a
Did you
woman? I mean,
just-
Misa's here.
and this is why we are horrible people.
You do an impression of that woman's voice.
You just abused a woman.
What is your name?
Just to me in a sexually harassing manner.
Did you see that? He just sexually harassed me.
Oh, pip pip cheerio, bitch.
Yep. Oh yeah, and by the way, I have met that bitch before. Zarna Joshi.
Sorry.
Really?
What?
Yeah, well, look, I'm from Seattle. Like originally, I've grew up most of my entire life there. We used to go fuck with the kayaktivists, which is what she is. She's one of those cunts that protests the oil ships coming in to dock at harbor for repairs in Seattle or drop shit off in a fucking kayak. So, me and my white privilege, because I come from a middle class background, used to have access to a rich buddy's boat. So we would just go fucking wake the shit out of them all the fucking time.
Just drive right by.
I have personally dumped that bitch in the water. Now, she is also, after one of the whole kayaktivism things, they did this fucking protest in
activism.
yeah, in Alki Beach in West Seattle, where they were just, you know, basically bunch of fucking cunts bleeding into a cup and yelling at people. And yeah, she decided to fucking go off on me because she recognized me from the boat. And oh man.
You think I'm not gonna come back? Like,
Yeah, I know. It's like, no, it was not good enough just knocking you in the water. I want to see you miserable. Like,
Now I want to like knock you in the water in December.
well, this was October or August, so the water was pretty fucking cold. I mean, it certainly was not a pleasant experience for her, I can assure you.
I'm telling you, just take a paintball marker. Problem solved. They will
Actually,
never come back.
unfortunately, a paintball marker in Washington or in Seattle is considered assault with a not deadly, but
weapon.
assault with a weapon or aggravated assault.
Yes, I think it's by default aggravated unless like they're voluntarily participating. Like seriously, I know people who go out and play on private property paintball out in Washington, and they have anyone they don't know, like a friend of a friend, sign a release to play paintball.
Yeah,
That's how bad Washington is.
Yeah,
You
and
gotta be careful with outlaw ball. You've got to be really careful with outlaw ball.
yeah.
We had somebody nearby who like asked a farmer if they could play on like his property, right? And he's like, "Yeah, no big deal." Well, one of them isn't wearing a mask, gets shot in the eye, and she lost her eye. And so she tried to sue the farmer
Yeah.
because they were allowed to play on his land,
Yep.
right? And it was like, you're an idiot.
Well, that's that whole typical Canadian Seattle bullshit thing. Like in Seattle, you can be a burglar. You can fall through the roof of somebody's fucking skylight, right? And then you can sue the property owner for your injuries while you were trying to burglarize their house. And this has actually happened and actually won its lawsuit in court, okay? Like, is it...
Yeah, the story from Liar Liar is not actually fell on like a kitchen knife or something. I believe it was from Seattle, and it was in like the early 90s.
Correct. I mean, this is something I've known about since I was in like middle school. Like, you know, this is no new concept to me. Like that you can injure yourself while trying to harm somebody and sue the person you're trying to harm. Like,
Ontario did get their shit right though on defending your home and property.
yeah, finally.
No,
Finally.
it was 2010, 6 years ago. Give them some credit.
That's still way too fucking long, man.
Hey, at least we got here.
It's true.
Like,
It's true.
We're not Florida stand your ground level stuff yet, but we got our your home is your castle kind of thing going on.
Yeah, I don't even have that here, so.
That's awesome.
What?
You guys do have castle law now, huh?
In the province of Ontario, yeah.
Yes, here it's guaranteed, but anywhere else across Canada, you can probably still apply it as common law because, except for Quebec, Quebec works on the civil code, but that's a whole other.
Well, I mean, dude, Quebec is pretty much an entirely different fucking country, honestly. Like,
Close to it.
yeah, it's.
They're like, yeah, we want to leave Canada, but we want the Canadian Army to protect us, and we want to use the Canadian dollar. And we're like, no, you can leave and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Or you can stay and be part of Canada. You don't get some half sweet spot.
Doesn't that kind of remind you of Black Lives Matter?
Oh my god. We want to police our own communities, but you have to fund it. Nope.
Nope. We want you to remove all the cops because that will reduce crime. Yep.
I say do it. I say by all means, pull them all. Like you want white cops or cops in general there? Good. Guys, cut it. We're good. We're going home.
No, I actually absolutely agree. And I think that the communities that want the withdrawn police forces need to have fucking borders put around them and checkppoints in and out.
I wouldn't even say that. You know what? Screw them.
No, I want the checkpoints to prevent the right-thinking, normal fucking people from going into a war zone. That's it.
Because that's what it would
But
be.
if
It
they're
would be a war zone if we gave them their own sovereign space and like
but
no
if they're right thinking and sane, they're not going in there.
Well, it's more for the journalists and people like you and I who
Let 'em.
well, yeah, it's true. I guess most of us aren't right thinking anyway, but
I'll just fly a drone in. Problem solved.
yeah,
go.
fair
If
enough.
they have a problem, their Air Force can take care of it. Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
what's their Air Force? A bunch of kids with paper airplanes? That's gonna be really
Other
interesting.
drones. Other drones.
Oh, I was just gonna say sticks and rocks, man. Maybe some spears, you know?
The odd 9 mil.
Yeah, because they always shoot sideways. They can't shoot a gun the right way, you know?
Well, you're killing things with a PS4 controller.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what
well,
he's doing. Yeah, he lives in a country where it's very hard to get a pistol, while I live in a country where I've got, 22 pistols and 15 rifles and like 10,000 rounds of ammo. Enjoy Canada, buddy.
Actually, there's this lovely little haven of a city, way up north in Manitoba.
Which one?
The only Thompson.
Yeah.
Thompson, Manitoba, out in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. It's
Mhm.
like an 8-hour drive or some shit north of Winnipeg.
Yep.
But everybody out there is just packing
Mhm.
back of their house. Everybody's got guns.
Yep.
And I'm like, how the? It would be like if you took somebody from like Britain, and all of a sudden just stuck them in Texas.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
It's
driving through Canada, like, oh yeah, and nobody's got a gun. Everyone's got a gun.
I know it's crazy. It's Yellowknife is actually very similar to that.
Well, the further north you go, right? And
Yeah.
You justify it. Like a fucking polar bear shows up, like a 22 is not gonna do it.
No, exactly. I mean,
Tried.
I go hunting in Yellowknife every other year or so, and it's that's an interesting town. Those northern Canadian areas are fucking crazy, man. Just fucking crazy. Like, it doesn't feel like Canada anymore. Like,
No, it becomes Alaska real quick.
yeah, literally. I mean, that's why I like that area. It is pretty much fucking the Canadian Alaska. You know, people are polite
Why
and
do
they
you
have
guys
guns.
Have Alaska?
Oil?
This bothers me. Oh no, but like.
We
why-
bought
why
it from
do you
Russia.
buy- I thought you guys got it from us.
No, we bought it from Russia.
And now they
Russia
want
sold to Alaska.
Yeah, because it was theirs.
Fuck that, Google. I don't believe shit from you, American.
Well, I don't blame you, man. I don't trust fucking Americans either. But then again, you Canadians aren't that much different, so.
Oh shit.
Worst thing is we bought it for next to nothing.
That's the worst thing? I'm sorry, that's fucking great.
$7.2 million in 1868.
Yep.
But what's the? To be fair, what's the inflation on that?
I actually don't know what the inflation is on that. I would assume something like 100 to 200%, just to be fair.
Oh, here we go. $1868 in 2015. I'm sorry for the nerding at this moment right now.
No, it's all right, man.
7200000 and calculate.
And remember, this is American shekels and not Canadian shekels.
Oh, I know. I have that.
Okay,
here.
okay, just
So
making
that
sure.
would- So between 1868 and 2015, U.S. experienced inflation at an average rate of 1.91% per year. Holy.
So I was right, about 200% or so?
You're looking at. Well, no, that's percentage per year, right?
Okay, and then,
it's
yeah, compounding.
compound interest.
Yeah.
There you go. So you're looking at 115 billion, 820. Oh no, sorry, that's correct. 115,820,000.
Fuck it, that's worth it.
$499.25.
Just for all of Alaska. I would happily pay that today.
Oh yeah, dude, in a heartbeat. For Alaska, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Like we could probably sell Alaska back to Russia for, I'd say easily 10 times that.
Yeah, except for the fact that the ruble isn't worth shit.
Yeah. I was just saying they'd be the first ones that would want it. I wouldn't sell it to them. Fucking, no way.
No, it's
I
true.
apologize. I am gonna have to peace out a little bit early.
No worries, man. We know you got school.
Yeah, I have a sales call role play thing. Real fun. Hence the get up from now.
Yeah.
But
Well, you know what? There's nothing wrong like looking like somebody who actually works a fucking real job, you know,
look at,
because
like, somebody who means something to the world.
right? Like there's nothing wrong with not looking like that, but there's also nothing wrong with looking like that. So
Just say, how dare you contribute your fucking employee privilege?
I know.
Fucking wage earning privilege.
Yeah, take your
Yeah,
fucking
I'm
Canadian
contributing-
corporate
I'm
ass and get the fuck
contributing
out
to
of
the
here.
Wage cap. That's what I'm doing.
Well-
Every time I collect a paycheck, I go, oh man, those extra 23 cents sure smell good.
Awesome.
Every time.
Well, we absolutely appreciate you joining us, man.
I hope you all survive the other like 10 minutes worth of this cringe. You guys are like less than 2 minutes in.
We're- we're gonna have to see how long we can get through this shit because this is just too easy. I mean, this is just too fucking easy.
I feel so bad for you guys. I have a video coming out. Actually, I'll probably do a video later this evening, so it'll be fun.
Oh yeah, before you go, give yourself a plug, man.
Oh, but I haven't watched them yet. I'm a little tender. I don't know if I should be plugging already.
You should. You should.
Anyone with the, there we go. Ah, Misa chuckled. She got it.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
Misa knows how to do the weekends. So everybody's working. Anyway, enough of that. Prime Minister Zoolander.
But yeah, give your channel a plug real quick, man.
All right. I'm JT Viper. I make videos on everything ranging from men's rights. I do actually occasionally support some feminist things. You know, second and first wave. But anyway, anywhere from men's rights to anti-feminism, sports commentary, games. There's a little bit of something for everyone, and they're all organized in playlists, so you can just sit down, click that, and just drone out. You know, you help my average view time. So
Nice.
if you're trying to find me, it's JT Viper here on the YouTubes. If you want to get me on Twitter, it is at JTViper1991. I got a whole bunch of other social media, but hey, fuck it, Twitter's hilarious. And so yeah, let the shit posting commence on Twitter.
Nice.
And if you have any rare Pepes,
Oh,
any rare Pepes,
well, I think that's actually what got you to follow me in the first place, was the sheer amount of rare peppies I was posting.
was it the pure energy Pepe?
I think so, actually.
I think it was like the ethereal pure energy. One second, I'm gonna screen share that one because pure energy Pepe. Watch, the ADL will have it taken down by now. It's a racist symbol. Pure energy Pepe meme? Like, I gotta actually drill down in the search results? Fuck right off. Oh my
I
god.
love the American History X Pepe. That was pretty good.
Oh, that's great.
On his chest?
Yep.
Yes, it was so great.
Oh my god, so many Pepes. I can't find the pure energy Pepe. It must be a legitimately rare Pepe.
It actually is. I've got it in my Twitter feed somewhere. I'll I'll come and I'll post the link to it in the chat
Oh my
description
God.
some point.
Here is the best Pepe I have found yet. Because it is a Pepe GIF.
Let's see this.
I don't say GIF because that's peanut butter.
Exactly.
Right.
GIF bastards. Share screen.
Oh yeah.
Enjoy the Matrix, Pepe.
Oh yes.
All right, guys. In any case, I'm gonna head out. Enjoy and be extra shitlordy for me.
Oh, we will do our best, man. Thanks for coming on and shooting the shit with us.
Have a good one, everybody.
You too, man.
Bye.
Try and hang up these like 2 different devices. Fucking hell.
All right, so we are now down a snake in the grass, but that's all right. Let's continue with this dumb cunt and whatever words come out of her fucking mouth, shall we?
To understand how such characters function, we actually need to venture back a few millennia, to time when myth and folklore were
Oh yeah, I
part
forgot
of
she
how
spends
we
like
were
half the
relevant
thing
to the
talking
world.
about like
Just
Greek mythology and shit.
It's
Yeah.
Very relevant, Anita.
Mm-hmm.
As modern media both reflects and shapes our culture today, those ancient stories weren't simply meaningless entertainment in their own time. They reflected and reinforced cultural values. Sadly, misogyny has been part of cultures for the past few thousand years, and the myths and folktales of those cultures reflect that.
Oh, yeah, because, you know, I'm sorry I left it on Anita's severed head. No, look, women have been demonized in folklore, and so have men. Everybody has been demonized.
Even children have been demonized by some cultures.
Yeah. I mean, look, they're fucking stories about evil people. I'm sorry if a snake-headed man who turns people into stone is not as enthralling as a snake-headed woman.
Well, because you're not as enticed to stare a man in the eyes. It's more like more people are more likely to stare a woman in the eyes because it's their mom, it's their girlfriend, or even or their wife for men, or for children, and for women, it's their peer. Where men just like where our interactions are more like machismo. You look them in the eye the moment you shake their hand, and that's about it.
I mean, I can see that. I personally disagree, but again, I'm fucking 33 goddamn years old, so I was raised to look at people in the eyes when I'm fucking talking to them. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Well, I do too, actually. I mean, I'm 27. I'm not that much younger than you.
No, but it's definitely something that's been lost over generations. You know what I mean? Like, you look at at Misa's generation, and they can't even look you in the fucking eye. Like, they can barely even talk to you face to face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, true.
It's like huge frustration to me is I'm kind of like the oldest end of the millennials.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate most of my generation because like they have weak handshakes, they won't look me in the eye. Even when they introduce themselves, like if you look them in the eye when they're talking to you, they freak out like you're staring them down or something.
Oh, because looking at them like that is rape. Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, did you just sexually harass me with your eyes?
No, it's...
when I sexual harass you, you'll know.
Yeah, it's like, look, it's not going to be sexual harassment. It's just going to be rape. Let's just be real. I'm not going to fucking harass you. I'm not going to fucking waste time. I'm just going to bend you over and fuck the shit out of you. And then leave you $5 on the counter to call the cab. And I'm going to leave. So.
Not even $5.
Well, I'm that nice of a gentleman. I was raised with manners, okay?
Catch an Uber, $3.50.
Well, good. That gives her $1.50 for the morning after pill, then.
You just said you were raised with manners after you just described raping someone.
Well, of course, because I'm not going to do it violently. What do you think? I'm some uncouth lout or something? I'm sorry. I'm a what do you call that? Thank you. That is exactly the term I'm looking for. Gentleman rapist.
Can you actually rape someone gently?
I don't know. Ask H.H. Holmes.
Ooh. Oh, that was horrible.
That was my history lesson of the day for anyone who's not familiar with that.
Oh, I'm far too familiar for my own good.
Trust me, I've read like 4 different books about him.
Interesting fellow.
Very interesting, complex, and like most successful con man / murderer.
Right. All right. Artist. Well, look, man, most artists are fucking murderers or sociopaths or fucking whatever because they don't have a fucking concept of how to function in the real world. They escape into fucking art.
Well, and then Hitler failed at art, and, according to Eddie Izzard, a very reliable source.
Of course. Fucking Eddie.
You on with this shit?
Yeah.
Female creatures and monsters who represented beliefs that women are inherently deceptive, manipulative, or evil. In his book Misogyny, The World's Oldest Prejudice, Jack Holland explores this through the story of Pandora from Greek mythology.
Do you guys know Jack Holland?
Not well.
No.
Oh, that guy is a clusterfuck in writing.
He can't be worse than Ray Comfort. Please tell me he's not worse than Ray Comfort.
I wouldn't say it's worse. I would say it's shittily equivalent but different.
So like equivalent but on a different subject matter?
Yeah. It's look, he's kind of intelligent, but his fucking head is completely up his own ass, and like you can be the smartest motherfucker on earth and still not have a fucking clue about reality, and that's kind of like him. Yeah, which is really sad. Like when you see these people that have these fucking brilliant minds and then they're fucking reduced to this kind of fucking social justice drivel. Even before it was social fucking justice,
Yeah.
So you guys know about Pandora, right?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Okay, then most people know the fucking story.
Created by Zeus specifically to punish humanity after Prometheus stole fire from the gods. She's given a sealed jar and told to never open it. But because Zeus designed her
I
to
love
be
she calls
evil and lacking in
like a
morals
big
or
ass
manners, of course she
chest
does
a
open
jar.
it.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, because they're very similar, right?
It's like Anita, what the fuck you smiling about right now? That's not even close.
I think that's like the ethereal cum shot coming to like envelop her and her gay male friend right there.
Yeah, so, you know Jonathan McIntosh is in the background, just like yeah, come on her, yeah. And he's like, oh, that's right. It's
Well,
not me doing it.
That's okay. He's a fucking cuck anyway. He enjoys watching people get fucked, you know.
Yeah.
Although, to be honest, anybody who would be desperate enough to fuck Anita Sarkeesian obviously should be euthanized on the spot. So
Just triple wrap it is what I say.
I wouldn't even do that, man. I'd rather go fuck a jar of mayonnaise, which is pretty much surprisingly. What?
I was gonna say, do you think when they fuck, she's just like, oh yeah, press me. Oh yeah, get me with your misogyny.
Oh, you know
Like,
she
feminists
is.
actually secretly love it.
Look, that's the funny thing.
She actually fucks him? Do you really think she actually?
I think it's
I think
stipulated
she-
in contract. Yes.
I think she blueballed him once, and from here on out, she just cucks him, even though she didn't actually let him finish. I think that's what happened.
I mean, the real question comes down to is if you're fucking something which vagina has the texture of a jar of mayonnaise, is it really fucking sex? Because he could go fuck a jar of mayonnaise and get the exact same fucking feeling as having intercourse with Anita. So why waste the time having to deal with all her fucking misandrous bullshit when he can just go fuck a jar of mayonnaise, which is probably what he
Why-
does.
Why a jar of mayonnaise specifically?
It sounds like he's tested this theory, but I'm not sure.
If shh, don't ruin my secrets. No, I only know because, you know, dating a feminist, their vaginas turn to mayonnaise as soon as feminism goes in their fucking language. So
That's disappointing.
yeah, this is.
I was hoping with how far they ram a stick up their ass, they'd be a little tighter.
But see, that's the thing is the stick is so fucking huge, it just blows them out in the first place.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought because none of them would have gotten laid in ages that they'd be tighter.
No, see, that's actually a huge fallacy. Okay, these feminazi cunts love to get fucked by real men. They really, really
I
do.
can see that.
Honestly, like, and this is from actual physical observation of years spent in the bar scene in Seattle. Okay, feminists have been around there for a lot longer than this whole mainstream social justice warrior, anti-social justice warrior. You know, these gender politics and these queer politics and all these other fucking recent quote unquote issues have been predominant in that area for a long time. And I have literally sat there at the bar with friends just watching these fucking people meat market it up. You know, because it's look, humans are fucking interesting. Like, really, their reactions, the way they handle things from an outside perspective is fucking hilarious. But you'll watch these I use the term beta cuck loosely because most of them, well, yeah, fuck it, they're all beta cucks anyway. These little pathetic emo men or beta cucks will go and try to hit on these feminists, right? And they'll be like, oh yeah, I totally believe that pussy power is special and you know, like all that wonderful garbage that you fucking hear from them. And they just get blanket ignored, right? And you'll see these fucking feminists when, you know, El Machismo dude walks in the fucking door and you know that is like everything they fucking despise about them, right? You know, they're just like, oh, he's such a fucking misogynist and he's just such a stereotypical masculine prick and they're sitting there getting angry and their panties are just getting wetter and wetter and wetter. And eventually, and I've literally seen this, where you'll see one of these fucking feminists literally go fuck this dude in the back alley. Why? Because they don't, who would want to fuck an emotionally fucking retarded man? I mean, really, who wants to fuck a beta?
That's very true. Like, I don't understand the whole like beta white knight thing. I don't get it.
Well, look, it's the fact of the matter is the beta, and okay, this is a really tough subject because I am not your atypical alpha male. I am, yes, I'm tall, but I'm also very slender. So people generally assume that it's like, oh, well, you know, he's some skinny white dude, must be a fucking beta. And it's like, well, you don't realize, man, I can carry fucking, you know, twice my fucking weight over my fucking head and work a full day in construction. Obviously, I'm not a fucking, you know, little shit prick cunt. But it's really just interesting to watch these fucking feminists just absolutely just fucking go completely against everything they stand for because they realize that there is nothing attractive about an emotional nutcase man. There is nothing attractive about a dude who strokes and calms and placates you on the fucking daily. Like, there's nothing attractive about that at all. Like, I don't want a fucking woman who sits there and fucking agrees with me all the fucking time either. You know, I don't want a woman who is going to be, you know, bigger than me and beating the shit out of me. I don't want a fucking masculine woman. Most men don't want a masculine woman, just like most women don't want a feminine man.
Right, right. It's like
That's our nature.
What's that fucking song from like '04, the emo kid song? Where it's like there's the line, she already has a pussy, she doesn't need another one.
Is that Hey There Delilah or something like that?
No. The song is called Emo Kid.
Oh, I have no fucking clue.
Don't listen to it, it's fucking cancer.
Don't worry, I won't, man. I listen to mostly nothing but fucking grindcore nowadays, so that shit ain't getting into me. Don't worry.
I suppose better safe than sorry. Speaking of pain, why don't we grind through this shit?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what this bitch's Pandora's box opens.
By doing so, she unleashes evil into the world, dooming humankind to labor, suffering, aging, illness, and death.
Okay, just real quick, that is what women do. I'm sorry, Misa. That's what you guys do.
Fuck you.
It's okay. All we men bring is, you know, parties, drugs, and alcohol, and dick. So. Oh, wait, was that a little misogynist there? I'm sorry.
Just a tad, but it's fine. It's
Where else did I heard a story
Misogyny
about
from
the
you,
first
I
woman
never
doing
saw that
something
coming.
she's not supposed to do, being responsible for all the bad things in the world? Commenting on what the tale of Pandora and others like it actually tell us about ancient Greece, Holland writes, as well as burdening Pandora with responsibility for the moral lot of man, the Greeks created a vision of woman as the other, the antithesis to the male thesis, who needed boundaries to contain her.
Okay. I just devil's advocate here. I know I'm gonna sound like a fucking misogynist, but aren't men and women polar opposites? Aren't they kind of by nature diametrically opposed? So how did the Greeks create the vision of a woman as the other when you have a dichotomy of man and woman? It wasn't created that way. They simply just said, hey, look, she has a fucking vagina. Hey, look, he has a fucking penis. They're different.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they didn't create this concept; they observed it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that really fucking pisses me off with feminists. Is there's like society's like, oh, society is inherently patriarchal. So like, that's because the way our sex organs work, men are dominant in the act of creating children, which is how our species survives.
Right? No, it's just, I mean, that's just the silliest shit about some of this is like, look, if we look at just Pandora in an instant, or as an instance, Pandora being a woman and unleashing this box of all of the bad things that happen in the world it's a metaphor, okay? It's a literal fucking metaphor saying that when a man, because I will honestly say that most of those societies were patriocentric. You know, that's just kind of how the society's been. This is saying that, look, when you, as a man, involve yourself for the first time with a woman, truly sexually, you open a Pandora's box of things and feelings and concepts that are absolutely foreign and new and can be chaotic. Like I don't know how many people remember their first sexual fucking encounter, but didn't that create a whole new world of things that you didn't understand in the first place, or new feelings that you hadn't had before? Like you look at you look at the life of a virgin, right? And their life is generally less problematic because they don't have the issue of worrying about getting laid, or they haven't experienced sex and realize that, oh, this is like fucking awesome, I want to do that again. Like, I don't think it's a comment so much on the women as the effect of what happens when a man and woman come together.
Yeah, and I think that could kind of be described for both women and men.
Agreed.
The Pandora's box is more of like sexual congress, basically. It's
Yes.
sexual intercourse. That's what the box really is.
Yes.
And again, Anita lost the plot, but that's Anita.
Well, but I mean, here's the thing: is that's not just Anita losing the plot. I mean, this is the plot having been fucking taken over for the past 60, 70 years, if not longer. I mean, this is the overview and the point which Jay Holland brings is one that was before him. I mean, this is how Pandora and Pandora's box has honestly been analyzed since really literature analysis has been a thing. It's not a new concept. It's just one being rehashed by somebody who happens to have ties to the feminist community.
Right.
What do you think about that, Misa?
No, I would agree. I think the reason why people like J. Holland or Anita see it like this, though, is because they compare it to like stories from like the Bible and stuff, like Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I've actually, unfortunately, I have read the Bible and the Quran, both of them. I made it my summer project.
I have read both as well.
Yeah, and it does say like, because Eve ate the apple, and now women have to go through pain when they give birth, and blah blah blah. I think they just compare old ancient stories to those kind of stories, which are clearly actually quite, a bit off. You know what I mean?
Agreed. I mean, and that's look. I have a degree in cultural anthropology. A lot of it was done studying, how to put this, the effect of religion or theology on the New World as it occurred during the what's the right word? Takeover. I don't want to call it colonization. It's just a straight takeover, But it
more of an overthrow or takeover than it was colonization. It was just like, nope, mine now.
Yep, that's just it. And then, oh wait, here's the Louisiana Purchase. We're just gonna buy this land from other white people who don't actually own it, and then take it as ours. But that's an entirely different rant, But yeah, it's unfortunate that feminism has taken these stories that are honestly earnest tales of how sexuality complicates life and turned it into what they perceive as a demonization of the woman.
Well, everything is sexist.
It's all about the narrative, and that's why they're so disingenuous. Is that they literally twist anything they come across to fit the narrative, regardless of the actual basis or thought process behind it.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true.
Any history of the attempt to dehumanize
So let's see what
the
we've
human
got.
race is confronted by this paradox that some of the values we cherish most were forged in a society that devalued, denigrated, and despised women.
Okay, just really quickly on that little bit is I don't think that masculinity, in my personal opinion, has denigrated or disrespected women. In fact, I think quite the opposite. I think that for the past, I don't know, at least 200, 300 years, women have been put on this fucking platform by men of we need to protect them because they're valuable to us. We need to protect them because they are physically fucking weaker than us, or we need to protect them because they are doing things that inherently value our community.
Right, and I think that is the whole point of the whole thing is like when people say it's like, oh well, you know, women didn't have these rights or whatever and whatnot. It's like okay, now granted there were certain things that women could not do because men did those things for the women in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have the quote unquote right to do them because there was no necessity for them to go and get a job on their own. They were provided for, and you know, because their role and their significance in society was more important to where we didn't need them to go out and, you know, work a 9 to 5 or whatever.
Dude, they're there raising and bearing our children. They're there doing the most important work of all from a biological standpoint.
Yeah, they are literally perpetuating the race and making the species and making sure that the species continues on in a healthy direction. You're teaching our kids how to person.
Yeah. Right? Oh no, we lost Wrath.
What happened?
I think he got... Oh, there he is.
Sorry, I accidentally hit the refresh button.
Oh, it's all good.
I was trying to click on Twitter. Like, I know that like teaching them how to person is a ridiculous statement to make, but that's literally what mothering and child rearing is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a woman's role, in my obviously misogynist perspective, in a traditional based, you know, husband, wife, bearing children, husband works thing is that, look, somebody has to be there to teach those kids. The male is generally more capable of hunting and gathering and working and doing all those things that up until, let's say, the 30s and 40s were very, very crucial to our society. The evolution of society has completely fucked everything that has to do with the diametric opposition of male and female.
Yeah. I just want to say, like, as a woman, like, with all these feminists trying to say we don't want to be the ones at home raising the kids, if I, in the future, do have kids, I know that I'm going to want to be the one to stay at home and spend all time with them because, like, they've been in my body for 9 months. I've given birth. Like, that's my precious little baby. I want to be at home with my child.
God, you're such a fucking
You know?
misogynist.
Yeah, the internalized misogyny is so strong right now that, like, you might feel... Could someone reach out to Macintosh? I want to get him on here so we can make a man out of him.
Look, I don't think that's even possible.
It's worth a shot.
I mean, look, transgender surgery only goes so far. He's still got a vag. He will never be a man. He can identify all he wants. Still a woman.
I'm pretty sure he identifies as a potato. No, sorry, that's Kevin Logan.
Yeah, I was going to say potatoes are usually more intelligent than him.
It's kind of unfair to potatoes. They can conduct electricity. I mean, he can...
Dude, they can generate electricity.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Like, that's more than that fucking cuck can do. Fucker probably can't even turn on a goddamn light switch, you know?
No, he can. He just needs to need his written permission first.
Oh, that's right, because he doesn't want to rape the light switch.
Right,
Oh, you know
right.
what? I'm willing to bet that they don't have light switches because those are too phallic.
Yeah.
They have the little push touch sensor ones.
Oh no, but that's raping them still because
Oh,
you're
yeah.
pushing them in.
That's unconsensual touch.
It's got to be voice command, and
But then he's yelling.
Walk in the room and say I consent. That's how you turn the lights on in their house.
But then he's yelling and belittling and denigrating the whole system by demanding it do something. So I just think that they just live in a fucking
hut.
cave. No light, no match, no
a
nothing.
cave is too similar to a vag. It's got to be a hut.
Oh.
A very like weird, awkward, like somehow not looks like anything hut.
Guys, this talk of consent's getting me all hot and bothered. Can you stop?
I'm sorry, we're keeping you from jilling off. You know, it's We know it's your weeb time soon. We're trying. We're trying. Okay.
Yeah,
It's like we hear
Papa, you're
buzzing
taking me
sounds
away
in
from the
background.
hentai, man.
Do you hear that? She called me Papa. Oh.
Just because we're not in a Young Jerk stream does not mean that you're not still stream Papa.
Oh yeah, surprise! We are on a Young Jerk stream. This is not my personal channel. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Oh wait, sorry, that was cultural appropriation. I'm too white to say that.
God, Eric.
Oh,
Respect my culture.
I'm sorry. I'm just such a fucking horrible human being. I should just go drink some bleach right now.
This is what happens when you're fucking a white male.
She's not fucking anybody right now. She's trying to Jill off.
Well, not right now, no.
That's exactly what I said. Are you trying to twist my words on me, you misogynist prick?
Was that sexual harassment, Misa?
I feel violated.
You can't sexually harass a man, guys. Jeez.
Hey, how are you to know what I identify as?
You've referred to your penis many times on our stream, so...
Well, look, attack helicopters can have penises too, okay? Just women can't.
Oh my god, can I just say, quick plug.
Of course.
On one of my recent videos, Ashley Mardell, she actually thinks that we call ourselves as the anti-SJW community attack helicopters. She thinks that's what we call ourselves.
I covered that video too.
I didn't even see that. Oh man.
She was unironically referring to attack helicopters.
Yeah.
And the comment was great because it was like they went in depth about it. They're getting the Hellfire missiles, the 30 mil cannons, and
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch that.
Perfect.
my video has terrible audio, so watch Misa's.
Okay.
Oh no, you have watched mine. That's when you taught me how to not Audacity noob. You have seen mine.
Yeah, it was very hard to hear you through.
Yeah, well, because I didn't normalize the Audacity cuts before I imported them over to that shit software I was using before I got Vegas.
Well, now you're on the right track. Now we can hear you. Yay! So maybe you should redo that video and get some more views from it.
Yeah, I might if I have a dry week.
Yeah.
You know, like Anita's life.
Or her vag by being surrounded by so many beta fucks.
No, seriously, I'm pretty sure she's only moist once a month, if you know what I mean.
Well, she's only moist because of her boyfriend's lovely feminist tears. She splashes them and...
No, she's only
Oh,
moist
red
because
moist.
Eddie Marlowe is excited about.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna... Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, fuck, man. Oh, this is brutal conversation, you guys.
We're 3 minutes into the video.
Believe it or not, Alan D. Johnson discusses the relationship between mythology and misogyny, saying the cultural
Okay.
expression
I'm
of
sorry,
misogyny-
Alan G. Johnson. I really want to make a dick joke here.
Please do.
I mean, is the G grabs? Is the G grabs? Please let it be grabs.
No, it's gargles.
Gargles. There you go.
He's much more core than just grabbing, man.
Yeah, he's straight for it. He's straight for it. Straight catcher. I mean, look at the quote. I mean, I think he's catching while gargling. I'm just saying.
The cultural expression of misogyny, the hatred of the femaleness, takes many forms. It's found in ancient and modern beliefs that women are inherently evil and primary cause of human misery. Oh, dear fuck.
We give birth, so I guess that technically means that we are.
Look, we have to deal with you guys bleeding and being cunts once a fucking month.
Well, I'm on
And-
contraceptive, so... Ha!
Well, but that's only a recent innovation, okay? That's only a
That's
recent
like
innovation.
Last 20 years.
Yeah,
That it's
and
been, like safe.
And look, that ain't gonna help you when menopause hits. When menopause hits, you are gonna turn into raging psycho PMS bitch times 20 for like 3 years straight.
And you always have to have the fucking air conditioning and heat on simultaneously for the rest of eternity.
Because the air conditioning is sexist and the heater is anti. They battle, you know. It's
Yeah,
just,
the air conditioning is sexist, and the heater is making your hot flashes even worse.
Guys, I did watch my mom go through this. She threw a fork at me because I said hi to her.
Yeah, I watched my mom go through that shit too, and I think a fork being thrown at me would have been preferable to most of the other shit that I had to fucking deal with.
Say, my mother once told me that since I'm the fourth child, that 3 children would have been just fine, like when she first started.
Well, hey, at least you weren't given up for fucking adoption by your parents because they realized that you were a fucking shitlord from the time you popped out of their womb.
Were you hugging like a Pepe meme, like a Pepe plushie meme or something?
Oh
When you
no,
came out of the womb?
I came out with a feminist tears mug and they just fucking threw me out right there.
It's like Joe's baby in Family Guy with the wheelchair.
Oh yeah, yep.
The hatred of femaleness.
Okay,
in any form.
because this
It's
is
found in
apparently
ancient
not
and
going
modern-
to end smoothly or soon, I'm going to be switching my phone so I can smoke. I'm going to just mute myself on my computer so I can switch back so our viewers get some decent audio out of me.
All right, sounds good enough. Like I said, I don't know how far we're gonna make it through this entire thing.
Very far, doesn't it like it?
No, obviously, because I think we're already at an hour and 15 minutes, and we've made it fucking 3 minutes and 30 seconds through. You know what? How about we do this, guys? Let's go ahead and finish whatever fucking line she has going on, and then let's come back to this on another fucking stream, because this is way too fucking funny to fucking let die, and I don't think I've got 4 hours before the bitch comes home so I can talk about this.
Okay, fair enough.
So, all right. So while he's smoking, oh shit, we've got camera. We've got we had camera. So did you hear what we just said?
No, I missed that.
Okay, we're just gonna run through like the last like probably 30 seconds or whatever fucking miserable shit she spews out next, and then let's just call the stream and let's do another one later on, because we've spent almost an hour and a half on 3.5 minutes of shit. So obviously there's enough to talk about for a next fucking episode.
You see if we get Jeff and Mems in on part 2.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely game for joining us. It's just a question of working out the scheduling with them. If not, I might just have to drive fucking 2 hours down to them, kidnap them, and then bring them up here to do it. So
Jeff looks like a pretty stout dude. I wouldn't want to fight him. And where Mems was a dirty kid, nope.
hey, I was a dirty
wouldn't
kid
fight
too,
him.
man. I know how they fight. I'm not that worried about it. Plus, it's not like, you know, my misogynistic ass coming to kidnap them would be a blessing, probably. Because at least it's not Fisty Splinters coming to terrorize their nightmares.
Oh god, Fishy Splinters.
I wish I had that Jurassic Park T-Rex roar on cue. Because all the time. But, all right, let's see what this bitch finishes off with after this.
Believes that women are inherently evil and a primary cause of human misery.
Yeah, we just discussed you are primarily the cause of misery.
Evil
Okay.
principle which created chaos, darkness, and woman. So there's a little mathematical fun fact for you. The guy who came up with the theorem you learned in geometry class wasn't just a brilliant mathematician, he was also a total misogynist.
Which totally devaluates all of his mathematical fucking lessons, which totally makes him just like a fucking piece of shit, right?
Obviously. I mean, Einstein helped create the atomic bomb, but that just... he's a monster. We shouldn't listen to anything that he's said ever before then.
No, of course not. Of course not.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, you know.
Absolutely not. Like, they're completely useless. We shouldn't listen to a damn thing any of them say.
Well, you know, it's just unfortunate that there weren't feminists around at that time to no platform him, because that damn fucking racist, fucking sexist, misogynist, you know, Pythagorean theorem, you know, obviously is representative of the males being the larger portion, the middle portion being society, and the smallest portion has to be women. So obviously, so we need to, you know, down with fucking mathematics. Mathematics are fucking
It's sexist.
yes.
If we had,
At least he's not
if we were gonna
wearing
go longer, I'd
a
pull up the STEM is sexist article. Have you seen that?
No, I
I'll find
haven't.
it again, and I'll send it to you on Twitter.
Oh, do it. I would love to see that shit. I have been battling with social justice wifey and whatnot for the past couple of days. She's been off of work, so it's been hard for me to actually do anything fucking productive without being called all the insults in which we call ourselves all the time. So,
Without living on the couch for a while.
hey, fuck that. I paid for the bed. I paid for the apartment. The couch is hers if she's pissed at me.
Oh, you massage. That's like misogyny 101.
Well, I am what I am, right? I mean, obviously, if I'm a misogynist, I might as well go ahead and just be one, right?
Right, like how we just kind of owned the term shitlord. We're just like, yep, yeah, we are.
Yeah, it was funny. I had a guy pop a tweet out in response to me yesterday about, like, I don't really know what a shitlord is, but I have the urge to be one. And I was like, you know what? That is exactly the attitude that you need to have. Like, just give no fucks. Like, I had to explain to him, I was like, it's a term that feminists use to try to, or, social justice warriors tried to use to slander us with, which, just like, using the word nigga, we've taken back and we've owned and enjoyed. We've turned it on its fucking head. It's like, it was an insult, and now it's a fucking compliment.
Eric, I don't appreciate you using the word nigger. I feel really upset.
Hey, I said a, not so eat a dick. Oh, wait, sorry, that's mask. Eat a dick. Because obviously I'm a fucking misogynist anyway. And hey, I didn't tell you whose dick, okay? That's on you. But no, shitlordery is great. It is awesome to be able to turn a fucking insult around like that. That to me is the sign of intelligence, or the sign of a reasonable human being, when you can turn something that is so blatantly negative and thrown at you and make a positive out of it, or fucking demonsterize it by making light of it. It's about having a sense of humor. And I think that's actually the biggest problem with social fucking justice, is they just don't have a sense of humor. Somebody handed these coddled little fucking millennials too many participation trophies and, fucking gave them a reach around for just existing. And, it's a fucking sensitivity thing. Like, in all honesty, look, there are some misogynistic people. There are some racist people. There are some, pretty much anything that you can imagine, okay? There is a percentage of the worldwide population that will always meet any stereotype or any fucking slanderous term that you can throw at them. Being an adult is about being able to take criticism or take slander and turn it around and not get triggered. That's what being a fucking adult is being able to handle your shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Especially if you're inciting things. I mean, it's one thing when it's unprovoked, like you're just walking along and just normal day for you, and some Tumblrite comes up, it's like you're a racist piece of shit. And you're just like, well, that was weird and awkward.
Yep.
But if you go and ask for it, or you go start the dialogue like every feminist.
No, that's just
handle your shit.
That's just it. Look, I come from a fucking generation that valued being fucking tough and having thick fucking skin. Like, when I was growing up, we used to call people fucking fags all the fucking time in elementary school. Like, I'm sorry, if you're offended by that, you're thin-skinned. Like, you don't... Oh, how can you allow humor or one fucking word to trigger you so fucking badly? Like, and like, the biggest thing of it is, if you really have an issue with a word like that, then obviously you relate to it far too much. So if feminists are having a problem being called misandrists, then
it hits too close to home is why they're upset.
Exactly. Look, not every stereotype is perfectly accurate, but we have to recognize that stereotypes evolve from observation of people who fall into that stereotype.
Exactly.
It's not always right. Stereotyping is not necessarily right, but what it is an accurate representation of the views of a percentage of a group at that time.
Exactly. Like, and that's something that that like these regressives, social justice warriors, feminists, whichever group you want to talk about, they don't seem to understand that. And the whole thing of, I swear, like, starting in like '92, they stopped teaching kids sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Yep. Yeah. No, that sounds about right, because I mean that's basically when my school was pretty much pussied up. Like, I mean, well, you know what? I don't know, because I graduated in '01, and I called people faggots all the time, and I never got in trouble.
See, I graduated in '08, and I got mixed results from calling people faggots. If they were my friends, it was never a problem. But if someone was, I mean, I'm not talking about being gay. I'm talking about being a beta little faggot.
Yeah, well, we have to discern that being a faggot is not necessarily a gay term. Being a faggot has always been a derogatory term for somebody who acts like a fucking cunt.
Yeah, it's like you're being a beta hypersensitive little bitch. That's how I define faggot.
Yeah. I mean, you know, but of course we have to be careful with things like that in honesty, because if we are going to use words as they are not defined in the fucking dictionary, then we have to allow the feminists to do the same fucking thing, which is the entire principle behind feminism and social warrioring is changing the existing dictionary definition of words to suit and warp their needs. So that's why, although like I do love to call my friends faggots and shit like that, I have to be very careful about it, because me myself doing that just gives more right to the fucking triggered cunts to yeah, really, that's just it. And you know, it's all I do by using that word is feed them and give them ammunition.
Yeah.
You know, and put validity behind them, which is why I just like to refer to people as cunts more than anything now. So,
because that never triggered anyone.
no, actually, that's how I trigger social justice waifu.
Oh, I'm sure it's quite effective for those ends.
Oh, you know what's even like the most triggering thing of all? It's when I say, you know, transgenderism is a mental illness.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, I was kind of a dick. So I have the what is it? The DSM-5, the manual of
Mental illnesses.
yes, and I have been leaving it open on gender dysphoria every single day,
Nice.
right next to her bed, or her side of the bed per se. Yeah, it's. I love triggering my girlfriend. If she's gonna fucking piss me off with all the shit that she fucking does, and I'm just gonna trigger the shit out of her. And, you know, it seems to work, so. But.
Yeah, I mean, if I were dating a feminist, I would do the same thing. Like, I would just, like, just throw shit out there. It's like, you know how I know Milo Stewart isn't transgender? Because she actively denies having gender dysphoria, as does her little friend Justin Riley, whatever the hell.
Oh yeah, that fucking shim thing. They're all shims, whatever.
He's not a woman, I'm sorry. He just has eyeliner on and has long hair. Like,
Hey, so he's just a fag.
It's like, I had longer hair than that at one point, and I never identified as anything other than a male.
Dude, I had dreads that were longer than that shit.
cultural appropriation.
I know. I had fucking Jeff Holiday corn hair. Like,
Nice.
yeah, no, for a long time. I mean, dude, people don't fucking realize, like, I was a dirty, train-hopping, fucking anarchist, pile of shit, libtard, fucking crust kid for a long time. And it took a long time for me to grow up and realize that society isn't to blame for all my problems. That's on me.
So what you're saying is it took you a while to remove your head from your ass.
Precisely. And accept responsibility for my own actions.
Right.
Because, I mean, that's the key part right there. You know, that's the issue that most people fucking have is an inability to accept responsibility for their own actions. If you, as a social justice warrior, decide to start talking shit out your ass and like offending people, well, then you're gonna get negative repercussions. You're gonna have people that are gonna fucking call you a fucking cunt or a beta cuck or whatever. Like, and instead of crying about it, you need to own up to the action. You need to own up that what you're fucking saying is causing this reaction. Just as I have to accept that, although I haven't seen much of it yet, there are going to be people that get on my video and comment and criticize the shit out of it. And being a grown-up and an adult is learning that those fucking cunts can just go fuck themselves, and they have no fucking relevance or fucking bearing, and they shouldn't have an effect on you. And if you let them get to you, that's you letting them get to you.
Oh yeah, like I got a lot of hate for my honey badger video that I put up yesterday. The first time I actually got negative feedback, and I was a little excited for it. I was like, "Hey, cool."
Yeah, right?
And like, I must be doing something right because I pissed somebody off. But one of them had a really interesting argument, and so I actually responded to him. Now, when a couple of them were just like beta or quote unquote fucking honey badger white knighting, I was just like, I didn't even like bother. I was like, nope, I'm not even gonna downvote that comment. I'm just gonna ignore it. I don't care.
Yeah, because that's what having thick skin is about. Like, is being able to ignore people that are just fucking ignorantly stupid, and being able to direct your efforts to discussing and talking and theorizing and learning from people with different perspectives. Like, that is the big, huge difference. I mean, that is besides the values, the big difference between the social justice warrior community and the anti-social justice warrior community is that regardless of the anti-social justice warriors believing in something different, we do not no platform people. We attempt to move forward the discussion, regardless of how we feel about the fucking opinion. Yes, there are exceptions to those rules. There are fucking, little bitch social justice warriors or anti-social justice warriors that will, fucking live in their fucking echo chamber. Okay, great. But most of us on the side of the anti-SJW are looking for challenges, are looking to learn more and to understand, regardless of whether we feel their points are right or not, to be able to appreciate their perspective regardless and enhance our own perspective by the knowledge that we have gained by having open and honest discussions with people of differing opinion.
Yeah, exactly. And you're right. That is, in majority, the big difference. Now, there are exceptions, obviously,
of course,
to that, but the majority of that is true of both sides of how you describe them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there are always exceptions. There are radical feminists out there that will have the conversation. They might not change their mind, but they'll have the conversation. You know what? I respect those people. I might think they're fucking idiots, but I will at least respect them as a human fucking being.
Yeah, like when Marina Shut Up came on Bearing's channel.
Yep.
I still don't agree with her. I still think she's kind of an idiot. But at least she had the emotional fortitude to sit there and have a dialogue with kind of the most popular, or at least recently very popular and explodingly popular anti-feminist on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. But I think, and see, that's where the social justice warriors have gone off the fucking deep end, is they're no longer willing to discuss. They just, if you don't agree, no platform. If you don't agree, no platform. And that, like, look, I don't care if people want bathrooms for all sexes or whatever. Like, that shit doesn't bother me. Like, gay people getting married, that shit doesn't bother me. People wanting to be referred to as a woman instead of a man, to a certain extent, that doesn't bother me. Like, as long as you're not trying to be like, oh yes, I am actually a woman now. Like, because no, you are genetically not a woman. But that's besides the fucking point. Like, I am more enthusiastic to have the fucking conversation than anything. That's all I fucking want, is to talk about this shit. Like, I want to expand my perspective. And the only way I can do that is by escaping my echo chamber, which I do participate in. I live in an echo chamber too, but I get out of it. I learn from people who view things differently, and my opinion grows. Whether they're right or whether they're wrong, whether I agree or whether I don't, I still learn something from them.
Right. And I actively, because like you, I do kind of live in an echo chamber, to a degree. I think we all do,
Mm-hmm.
to be fair. But I'll actively seek out differing opinions, and there are feminist videos that I've watched that I don't make a response video to because I don't really like. I may not have the data to back up why I disagree with them, or I might simply be like, you know what, you have some interesting points. I don't agree with your conclusion, but you made some points that you built towards your conclusion that
That were
I think should
valid.
be
Yeah.
promising. And I'll comment and I'll say it's like that's an interesting perspective. I disagree on the et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But you know, it's just there. I'm sorry, the more vocal, the more like widely followed. Um, you know, Zoe, Anita, um, Ashley Mardell, freaking Milo, Stewart, all of them. Just like, oh,
Yeah.
you're the ones with the biggest followings.
Yeah.
That's what scares me about your movements and where you stand is that you're the big fish in that pond.
Yeah. And look at what you're creating. You know,
Look what you're creating. Look at what you're advocating for.
right? You know, I don't care what your opinions are. I want people to be free to espouse their beliefs. I don't care if you think Hitler was a fucking god, okay? Like, I don't care what you think. I respect your right to espouse your opinion as long as you are able to earnestly communicate and defend your beliefs.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
You know,
if you're willing to stand up to scrutiny and have a dialogue about it, say whatever the fuck you want.
yeah.
Hitler didn't do nothing.
Yeah, and you don't even have to apologize for shit. You don't have to feel sorry that you anything this or anything that. No, just have the fucking discussion.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, maybe apologize if you said something slanderous and wrong and you're called on it.
Of course. Well, there's points where apologies are necessary. Period. That's just, you know, a moral human response. Is if you realize that you upset somebody and you didn't intend on it, then you should apologize. That's just being a fucking moral human.
Right.
Which, surprisingly enough, most anti-SJWs will actually apologize, and most of the SJWs won't. So.
Yeah, that's the that's the ironic thing is we're arguing from logic. They're typically arguing from emotion, and yet we are the ones that will apologize if we're wrong.
Yep. But, you know, that's just the unfortunate way of what has happened with the fucking millennials. It's really, really unfortunate, and it's all because of the fucking stupid coddling they've been getting. You know, we've come to a point in our society where you can't even spank your fucking kid without going to jail and having your kid taken away. Now, I'm not saying it's good to beat children, but I am certainly saying that a spanking has been a pretty fucking commonly understood and respected punishment for the last probably 1,000 fucking years, if not longer. And as long as you're not taking violence out on your child in your own anger and you're only disciplining, there's nothing wrong with that shit. Like, and these kids just didn't get fucking spanked enough, and they got too much fucking praise for doing what everybody fucking does. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say fucking participation trophies. Good God, no.
Hey, I got participation trophies too when I was a kid. But you know what it was? This is a reminder of you participating. This is not a, you were good as everybody else. This is a, you took your time to come do this. So, thank you for participating. It's not an award, it's a thank you. And a reminder. Like,
they did it that way with mine, like, at the end of, like, a Little League season or whatever. You'd get like a little like medal or thingy or whatever.
Yep.
You know, whatever they handed out that year.
Yeah.
But the team that won got like big ass trophies and shit. They got something better
mm-hmm.
than the participation thing, and that was the distinction. Is you got an acknowledgement. You got something, some kind of like token of, hey, thanks for participating in this program. You know, thanks for coming out. Thanks for making it what it is. But the winners was like, you fucking won. Good job. You won.
They didn't even get participation trophies. America's so strange.
Yeah, it really is. This place is fucking nutcase.
America's strange because we're, 300 million immigrants from all different cultures, and And God forbid we don't cater to everyone simultaneously. That's what's wrong with America.
Well, agreed. I think the fact that we're catering to anybody in the first place is part of the fucking problem. Like, I am an American. I don't care what, I am what I would regard as a civic nationalist. Okay? I do not care what race you are. I do not care what your sexual orientation is. I do not care what language you speak, as long as when you're, in public and trying to interact with the rest of the Americans, you speak English because that's the national language. I don't care about any of those fucking isms. Like, what I care about is having pride in our country and defending our country and defending our values. And we can't sit here and just keep pandering to these people who are destroying the values which America basically exists on.
I mean, just the basic values of like being like the American dream of having a state, like, and not even like the dog, the picket fence, and the 2 kids thing.
No, just the having a job and having an income and having a roof over your head and
like contributing to society, not fucking people over, and having enough to sustain yourself, maybe have some luxuries. That's the American dream, as I see it.
Yeah, and that's pretty much same here. It'd be interesting to see what Misa's opinion on the American dream is.
Well, I do literature, so most of my interpretations of the American dream is like a poor kid making his way up to the top somehow, like that. That's how I interpret it, but I don't live there, so.
Well, no, but that's interesting, because again, you can have 2 people that are on the same side of an issue, and they have completely different views on what they are because of where they came from. And like, I think that's what makes part of this country great, is having those different ideas in the melting pot. Silencing and stifling them like the fucking social justice warriors do doesn't help. Does not fix or solve anything. It makes them worse.
Yeah, like it just ruins it. I mean, my biggest thing with social justice is the question that Undoomed had like 6 months ago in the questions for SJW's video, that compilation.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Well, he's like, at what point do you expect that the censorship and silencing that you're demanding of people who don't agree with you will be used against you?
Yeah.
Because that's what will happen if you allow for any form of censorship, or you advocate for a form of censorship, you are eventually going to have that used on you. That's just the end of the story.
Yeah, no, that's so fucking true. It's very unfortunate, but we've got to do what we've got to do, and we have to protect our ideals, and that's what we do. I think that, and I'm going to horribly paraphrase a quote here because I don't remember it word for word, but the greatest patriots are usually considered enemies of the state. And that's applicable to a lot of different things. Like, I am not one. I don't want to see anti-anybody laws. Like, I just want to see people be allowed to express themselves as they want. And people being able to react to that in whatever way they fucking desire that isn't physically harmful towards another person. I am a patriot because I use words that offend people, that I buck against what tends to be the current mentality, because I, in my heart, and know that these are the principles that America was founded on.
Yeah, like America was founded on the idea of the freedom to make your own freaking future. That's the point. That's why we came here.
Right?
That's why the founding fathers and their predecessors came here, was to get away from an authoritarian society and live freely.
No, it's totally agreed. Oh yeah, we got to give a shout out to Magnificent Bastard in the chat. He has a wonderful line here, and it says, Anita Sarkeesian once accused me of toxic masculinity because I never pulled out nor paid for the abortions. That my friend was brilliant. I'm sorry I didn't see that earlier, but that's fucking
Oh, you
great.
magnificent bastard.
He is a magnificent bastard for that one, I'll tell you.
That is wonderful.
That is brilliant, and I think that's actually probably a good low point for us to, or high point maybe for us to stop on for this one.
Yes, it looked like we were at 3 minutes and 52 seconds. Didn't quite make it 4 minutes in.
Well, we'll call it 4 because we're obviously compensating for small penises by making the chat longer, right?
What are you talking about? I'm black.
Oh, that's right. Misa's got a huge cock.
Oh yeah. which she's going to be rubbing shortly after we finish, from the sounds of things.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she's already all hentied up and ready to go.
My phone to watch.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for the stream.
Are you just like dancing around the play button with your finger? You're just kind of like, when are
She's
they gonna shut up?
When will these white people shut the fuck up? God, you white fucking pricks.
So I can watch my Japanese porn.
Brilliant. All right, guys. Well, we should definitely continue this on at some point. This is far too good to let go.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, I got social justice wifey coming home here in a few minutes, and I need to go fucking smoke a bowl and a cigarette and do all those wonderful things that I'm allowed to do here in Portland. So. But yeah, dude, let's pick this up, you guys, at another point. We'll touch base and we will continue to laugh at this fucking cunt. So,
like a plan, man.
Before we get out of here, guys, plug your channel one more time, and yeah, let's go get fucking fucked up.
All right, ladies first.
Okay, so I'm Miss Misa on YouTube. You can find me on Twitter. I'm at Miss Misa Rants. I don't shitpost that much, because I'm actually a lot nicer than a lot of the other people.
She really is.
I'm not as much of a cunt as everybody else. But yeah, follow me and look at my channel and all that good stuff.
Alright, and I am the Wrath of Controversy. You can find me on Twitter at Wrath_O_con. I do make YouTube videos. Wrath of Controversy is the name of my channel. I am not nearly as nice as Misa. I do shitpost a lot on Twitter. If I find something offensive to anyone within skin, I will repost it. So yeah, look forward to that.
Nice. And as well, I'm Eric Nobody. You can find my channel, Removehead from Arse. I shitpost a fuckload. I try to trigger as many people as possible. I am an absolutely horrible human being, and fuck you. So, all right, guys. Was great. Let's do this again. Really appreciate you taking the time.
For sure, man. It was great being on.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Have a good one, you guys.